welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Ivy, your lovely spider host, and today, my peoples, we're making werewolf and vampire characters. So essentially, I have this little werewolf vampire themed world and stuff, and basically, I already have a couple characters in this. I have Lucian, I have Ebony, and I have my big scary vampire queen lady, and her name is Cordelia. I have this world. I like inviting my friends to make characters in my worlds. So like I'm just like, hey, you want to make a little OC from my world? You want to ship a little character? Like I do it all the time. I've been trying to span out and make like different worlds or different themes with it. Like over the summer, I was working on a nautical themed world, so very like pirates and mermaids and nautical kind of mythology stuff. So I like expanding on some of my worlds that I have and adding more characters to it because there's never such thing as having too many OCs. Don't look at me. Don't look at my OC. Don't look at my OC list on my phone. Oh no, there's so many. So yeah, essentially I like making characters for all my worlds, and that's what we're doing today. I start off with Adeline, which is my werewolf girl, and then we have Dimitri, and we have Tatiana. So all my little peoples are so cute today, and let's get into the video. Hi! Thank you for watching again. I just wanted to say, if you feel so inclined to support me elsewhere, I have all sorts of social medias. I think the only one I don't really have is Twitter right now. I do have a Twitter, but it's only to follow artists that I like. I don't really use it for anything else. I don't really post to it because, I don't like Elon. But my point being, I have Blue Sky, I have all sorts of other social medias. It's all linked in my card, which is down below. And I also have a Ko-Fi if you feel so inclined to support me monetarily. I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. If you feel like giving me money or commissioning me, I have Ko-Fi, VGen, all that fun stuff. So thank you for watching. Let's get into the video. Hi, so we're starting off with Adeline. Adeline is one of my favorite characters I have created in the most recent times. Mainly because I'm really surprised at how I drew the werewolf anatomy. I was like, hey, I did pretty good with this. So I was trying to figure out how to do this little reference sheet or just like a little doodle. I was originally gonna make her kind of like a little werewolf princess, but I was like, nah, I'm just gonna make her like a little noble woman werewolf or something, because I imagine like there's different territories where like werewolves and vampires live, and werewolves and vampires are notoriously known for not really usually getting along, but there are some mixed territories where werewolves and vampires do live together. A lot of the time they live separately because there's like beef between them, but there's some that like to mingle and are okay with each other because they're both supernatural creatures. It just really depends on the area you're in this world. Adeline is from a territory primarily full of werewolves, and she is kind of, I guess the best way to explain it is that she's a little stuck up. She's kind of mean and very like just like, ugh, I hate vampires. They're stinky, they're mean. And lo and behold, her intuition about a single vampire was correct. Dimitri, which is the werewolf, why did I say werewolf? The vampire boy that captures her. Dimitri is like a cult leader, and essentially, he captures little old, Adeline, mainly because he wants to use her to sniff out humans so he can bring them into like his weird cult kind of thing. Like he likes turning people into vampires and then making them serve him in some weird narcissistic way. But basically he's like very seductive, very much a Casanova, and Adeline was like not having it. She's like, get your stinky vampire butt away from me. And then she gets jumped and captured and basically is forced to serve him. Basically, in a sense where she's the one sniffing out the human prey for him, and she's like chained up most of the time, and she hates vampires. She's like, I'm so done with this. I'm so done. Get me out of here. And eventually, Tatiana comes along, and she is turned into a vampire, even though she didn't want to be a vampire. She didn't even know this dude was a vampire, and then gets turned into a vampire. She's like, well, I don't know what to do. And so Tatiana starts hating vampires. And so when she sees this big werewolf lady, she's like, hey, this is my time to escape. Let me release this chained up werewolf because she might go crazy and I can get out of here super easily with a distraction. And so eventually they escape together. And they become, I guess, frenemies, where it's like, I hate vampires. Like, Adelaide is like, I hate vampires, but you freed me and you seem kind of chill, so I'll tolerate you for now. Like, I tolerate you, but I still don't like you. And I don't know. Every time I hear the word "I'll tolerate you," it reminds me of Dove, because Dove likes to play bully me, and she's like, "I don't like you, I tolerate you," and I'm like, "Yeah, you like me, you love me, Pookie." My point being is that I really enjoy making kind of like a enemies to friends to lovers kind of dynamic, and so I like making fun dynamics and stuff. And so yes, eventually Adeline ends up dating Tatiana, which is kind of cute, little werewolf vampire. Tatiana is like, she's just like, I hate being a vampire, so like, hey Adeline, you wanna get revenge on this cult with me? And so basically they start plotting the revenge and downfall of Dimitri. Like, they're like, dude, I hate this guy, you hate this guy, but now that we're friends and we tolerate each other and we've escaped and we're living in a safer area away from this dude, do you just want to go back and prevent any other people from becoming victims of this guy? Because dude, they're just basically like together, just like, I don't want this to happen to anybody else. He's gonna capture another werewolf. He's gonna capture another human. He's gonna make them his weird little vampire or werewolf slaves, and it's weird. And I don't want that happening to anybody else. I already had to go through that. And so basically they're just like, yeah, we need to take this guy down. And so essentially that's what they do. They get together. Tatiana becomes like a vampire hunter, specifically the vampires that are like the main kind of leaders of this cult. She doesn't kill all the vampires because all the vampires are kind of forced into servitude under Dimitri and stuff. So like, she's like, I'm going after the ones that affected me the most, and then also affected Adeline the most. And so we're gonna we're gonna rip and tear. I call back to 2020 when Animal Crossing and Doom came out on the same day. My point being, they're very, I love them. I love them. I've written out the story partially. It's not fully developed, but that's basically the general gist of it. But yes, they become cute little lovers. They start smooshing, they start loving. We love the lesbians in this household. We will not tolerate any lesbian hatred in my household. We will not tolerate any LGBT hatred in this household. So, if you're stinky and you don't like the fellow gays, or you don't like the happy little LGBT people out there that are just living their lives, you can be happily blocked from my channel. You're stinky. I don't want your musty ass over I don't want your musty ass near me. A point being, here's a particular musty ass man over here. This is Dimitri. We don't like Dimitri. Dimitri is a stinky man. He's mean, he's stinky, very, like, I guess the best way to explain it is like, if I were to give him a character that you would have a general gist of, without the redemption arc in this person's arc. Like, he doesn't get a redemption arc. He's just stinky and mean. Yeah, like, it's like how Lucio from the Arcana basically is. He's very stinky. He's big stinky meanie. Big stinky meanie. Just no redemption arc if you do his, like, if you go down that pathway. He's irredeemable. He's just I can smell him from here. That's the vibe he gives me. I can smell him from here. I kind of like making irredeemable characters. Like, of course, there's like some timelines that it's like, okay, maybe he can be redeemed, but I know. I have to admit something. I have made, I think, a singular irredeemable man previously. He is my stinky black butler. Let's see, his name is Augustine. Nobody likes Augustine. Except you weird hybristophiliac people. Cause like, Augustine, like, he's like a character that I think I'm gonna develop into like a different story. I don't really have a whole lot of black butler scenes that I'm gonna continue. But Augustine is a big stinky man. Nobody likes him. And I swear to good googly moogly, if anybody, like, I'm not gonna even post a picture of here, because like, basically I got so many comments on my one video where it's like, why pretty if evil? Why evil if pretty? And I'm like, guys, that's a man that has killed people. He may be pretty, but that's because even pretty people can harm somebody. And so like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, that's a maniac. That's a homicidal maniac. Why do you want to date him? Don't date him. So like, I've had situations like that where it's like, oh, I'll make a character that's like an irredeemable villain. He's horrible. And some of you people are like, I can redeem him. I'll do anything for this video. I'm like, guys, can't. It's like, I don't want you, like, I don't want you to redeem him. He's supposed to be stinky and mean for a reason. I'm supposed to make him a bad, mean, evil guy for a reason. Don't. even I have a problem with this, because my hear me out, I feel like I've said this everywhere, my hear me out, like, as a kid, like, when, like, it's like, I had mainly girl crushes as a kid. Like, I was like, oh, she's so pretty, I like her, I want to kind of kiss her. My point being, when I saw Coraline for the first time, I'm like, honestly, I like the mom, I like the other mother a lot, like, she's hot. And then the moment she turned into the creepy spider thing, I'm like, oh my god. That's my hear me out. That's my criminal hear me out. The other mother as the big scary spider creature. Like, that's my hear me out. And most people are like, what is wrong with you? What have you been through in your childhood? And I'm like, a lot. I've been through so much. I was emotionally damaged as a child. Anyways. Here is Tatiana. Look how pretty she is. Yay! But that was my rambling for today. That was my jumping everywhere and yapping today. So I hope you enjoyed my yappiness. Look, it's Adeline. She's so pretty, SpongeBob. And then there's I can smell him from here. Stinky Dimitri. He probably doesn't wash. He probably just bathes in blood. He probably smells like iron and stinkiness. And then Tatiana, she's so cute. She can kick some booty. Like, look how pretty she is. Yeah. Anyways, towards the end of the video. Yay! Hi, welcome to the end of the video. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed my yapping about my new characters. I guess on the other hand, if Dimitri is your hear me out, I have no room to judge. I divulged my hear me out today. and a lot of people are probably going to judge me for it. But yeah, if your hear out is Dimitri, I guess go right ahead. He probably smells like blood and maybe really fragrant like floral perfume, and he probably just reeks of blood and floral perfume. Like that's just probably what he smells like. And not like the nice floral perfume, or like the super intense like lavender floral perfume, because I don't like lavender. And I feel like he'd smell like really strong scented lavender, so he'd smell like grandma. Anyways, my point being, if you enjoyed today's video, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.